This brief video will present an overview of NXP's MCUXpresso integrated development environment. The MCUXpresso IDE is part of the complete MCUXpresso software and tools offering for NXP's Arm Cortex M based microcontrollers. In this short video, we will share details about the MCUXpresso IDE, including information about using the IDE with MCUXpresso SDK and features such as project wizards and device and debug probe support. Enabling powerful application development, the Eclipse and GCC-based MCUXpresso IDE offers advanced editing, compiling and debugging features and is inherently compatible with the MCUXpresso SDK. The MCUXpresso pins, clocks, peripheral, trust zone and IMX-RT DCD configuration tools come built into the IDE. This IDE is offered for free without code size limitations and features a choice of runtime libraries, wizards for creating and cloning projects, and gives the option of directly selecting or drag-drop importing of MCUXpresso SDK packages. The MCUXpresso IDE is available for Microsoft Windows, Linux and Mac host operating systems. MCUXpresso also includes support for legacy Kinetis and LPC devices that use software that predates MCUXpresso SDK, such as those using LPC Open. The MCUXpresso IDE is built on the Eclipse Framework, bringing thousands of Eclipse solutions to developers' fingertips. Because it is based on this established and trusted Eclipse framework, the MCUXpresso IDE is inherently optimized for ease of use, giving users the benefits of combined development perspectives, a quick start panel, new project wizards, and advanced debugging and trace capabilities. The quick start panel in the MCUXpresso IDE makes commonly used features only a single click away and enables an editing and debugging development perspectives. MCUXpresso IDE adds many debug capabilities to the standard Eclipse platform, including instruction tracing for Arm Cortex M0 Plus and other trace-enabled parts, free RTOS thread-aware debug with heap and stack usage monitoring, SWO-based profiling and interrupt tracing, and data transfer via instruction trace macrocell for very low overhead standard I/O, in addition to many other features. Selecting a pre-built MCUXpresso SDK for NXP evaluation boards and devices is easier than ever before using the built-in selection tool available in MCUXpresso IDE. To configure a custom MCUXpresso SDK or to include enabling software technology from our partners, go to mcuxpresso.nxp.com and then use the SDK Builder. Select the middleware options of your choice to create the SDK package with examples, peripheral drivers, startup code and more. Once the SDK is built, a simple drag and drop operation is all that is needed to bring it into the MCUXpresso IDE. A step-by-step guide to these options can be found in the training videos on NXP's Online Academy. The new project wizard provides data-driven device support through MCUXpresso SDK packages. Developers can quickly build a code framework to start new projects, selecting device package, RTOS, drivers and middleware configurations. The IDE constructs the new project with all required elements, including startup code. The MCUXpresso IDE allows for single standalone projects along with linked and multi-core projects, plus advanced project settings. The MCUXpresso IDE supports industry-leading debug probes from Sega and P&E, in addition to CMSys DAP-compatible probes from NXP, such as LPC Link 2. This includes debug probes on the Kinetis-based Freedom and Tower System development boards, IMX-RT boards, and the LPCXpresso development platforms. Sega and P&E probes are plug-and-play with MCUXpresso IDE with automatic discovery and no special configuration required for normal use, and included support for SWO trace and ITM standard I/O operations. Thank you for your interest in MCUXpresso IDE. You can find more information by following the URL shown here.